I have a feeling that piston in there is going to be.
In there anymore.
I think it's going to be crumbled to pieces.
I don't think that gudgeon pin should be sticking straight out the sump. Do you?
No.
Oops.
What did you just say?
Tastes disgusting.
What tastes disgusting?
My fart.
You fart.
What?
You fart. Why are you eating your own fart?
I'm not like, it smells so bad.
On a second note though, right, so welcome back to another video. Now, we said to you that obviously there was the worst ever Corsa VXR before, and we thought we'd found another. Now, Jax, I don't even think I want to get down there. I don't think I actually want to get down there. Bear with me in a second because I've not really took the camera under a car, this new camera, so I don't know how it's going to work. But we've got this silver Corsa VXR right here. Now, if you saw the other previous video of the worst ever Corsa VXR, that got built up, that went all fine, all good, that's running perfect, job's a good one. Now, stop, just stop.
Animal!
It's an old man whistle. Alright, so... Right, so we've got this Corsa silver.
Bottomless pit.
This Corsa VXR now came to us with a piston problem, and by God has he got a piston problem. Well, he's got a rod problem and a piston problem. I have a feeling that piston in there is going to be.
In there anymore.
I think it's going to be crumbled to pieces. I think it's going to be in pieces in that cylinder. So it's going to be interesting to see the damage actually on that.
I'm going in the sump.
Yeah, it's going to be everywhere. So we're going to go underneath this car now, and we're going to see if we can actually show you this little bit. But yes, it's through a rod, and how, you may ask, when when we haven't took the engine out. Let me show you. Let me just show you.
I don't think it's safe down here for one.
No, this is the safest place. It travels upwards.
Oh yeah, heat rises. So if you look here, the sump itself's all wet. So straight away we thought, oh yeah, there's an oil leak somewhere or something. Now if Jack just moves the torch around, we've got. Can you see that right there? To this way a bit more, Jack. There, just there. there's a gudgeon pin sticking out the sump. There's a hole in there. That I think if anybody knows an engine, that should not be there. That should be.
Well, it makes me laugh.
That should be holding the piston onto the rod. Oops.
I can hide it.
So yeah, that should not be there. So this is going to be really interesting. Make sure you stay tuned.
The engine is on the stand, and my God, is there some damage? There's some serious damage there. Before we go any further, we don't just forge Corsas, we don't just work on Corsas, we work on a lot of things. If you haven't already and you're new and you've just clicked on this video, make sure you click that subscribe button, make sure you click on that like button. We do a lot of things. Obviously we've got the wide body Corsa as well on the channel. We've also got the Tokyo Drift 350Z replica right there as well. We do a lot of things, we work on many people's cars. If you do want any work doing, forging or anything like that, we've got unbeatable prices. We do a top quality job. So make sure you are going down in that description, following us on Facebook page Rusty Autos, and dropping us a message. Now,
The fun bit.
the fun bit. So, Jack's just been taking a few pieces off here. Now, he took the start motor off and ended up with a big chunk of metal in his hand.
But it wasn't just a big chunk.
No, and I'm not even exaggerating, like,
Well, that's one.
there's one piece. Now that is part of the block. Part of the block. Now, I mean, it's even got the serial number right there. So, that's one piece. This is another piece. Now, it's just finding pieces everywhere dropping out. So we're going to put all these in a tub and show you exactly what's there at the very end. Absolutely crazy. Now, I'm just going to need Jack's assistance to hold his torch, but this is insane, isn't it, really? Like,
Yeah, I like it.
you couldn't see this damage, obviously, from the engine being in the car, but when you actually do see this damage, oh my God. Yeah, it's safe to say that that piston's going to be no more. The rod, it's not snapped though, is it? It don't look like it's snapped.
Well,
So from what we can see, it's locked in there,
no, it's not snapped.
but the piston's going to be crumbled. I
Yeah.
think it's going to be crumbled because that gudgeon pin's, well, it's got to be. So let's spin this round.
This. You didn't show that we got it out.
No, we didn't show them, but it's actually looking quite pristine in all honesty.
Took the exhaust off and it just fell out.
Yeah. There we go. Look at that. So right there, let's zoom in a little bit if we can. There we go. There's a massive hole. That is a rod you can see in there that is bent in the middle.
I could put my hand in there.
It's friggin' huge. Like seriously, look at it. Just look at that. That is insane. So obviously looking up as well, it actually goes this direction, then it goes back to this side of the crank, and then it goes back up. And I think that's actually stopped bending, you know, because the crank.
Yeah,
it's hit the crank, locked itself, and then just gone back the other direction. Now up there, I can feel the top of the rod. There's nothing there.
Yeah,
there's no piston there whatsoever.
You can see if you look up.
Yeah, that's all just going to be in the sump somewhere, or it's going to be. There's a hole there as well, I think. Oh wait, no, hang on. Hello. There's a bit of
Just chuck it in the bucket.
shrapnel.
As we said, there's some serious damage on this engine. Can we bring it back to life? Yes. Can we reuse this block? No. Can we reuse this crank? Probably not, because that's just going to be scored to pieces. The head, not sure until we strip it all off. Again,
Bent as well.
yeah, the crank probably will be bent, to be fair. So obviously this customer's going to need a new engine. However, we do have spare engines lying around that we have rebored, and we actually refurbish and bring up back to a proper standard that actually can fit the pistons and that in. So we're going to delve deeper in this. We're going to get the head off, and then we're going to inspect those pistons, and we're going to go through all that as well. So stay tuned and just wait for that. It's going to be very exciting. This is one of them cars that just keep giving. Isn't it? It really is. Like, obviously the whole thing is stripped down now, and we've seen this damage. It's worse than we actually thought. So we're going to start with the head straight away. We're going to jump straight into it. Not going to waste any time. Let's get some focus in order right here. So you can see
I'm gonna get pokey
here. Jack's going to do a pointer pokey stick. This valve, that's hitting my finger. You can't really see it on camera.
It's protruding very far and it's bent. Look, you see there.
You
Where
see
it's
that
actually
big
supposed
gap?
to seat, and then where it does seat, I'd put a screwdriver in there. Nice.
Now, if we was to actually look inside here, which I don't think the camera's going to be able to focus on without any light, is it this side? I think it is this side, isn't it?
Both sides.
Let's see if we can get down a little bit further. Nah, I don't think we're going to be able to get that because it's a little bit of a crevice. However, you can see that the actual valves inside, one goes like that, so that's bent. Now,
It's not just that one though. It's this.
No,
these.
this is the thing. Yeah, every single cylinder has damage. Now, obviously, this here, the spark plug. Where is the spark plug? Ah, yeah. So, for those of you that don't know, that's how a spark plug should look. Right there, you got the tip and everything else on there. Now, this is how this one looks. This one is missing its tip. I'll leave it on here because we can focus a little bit better. But yeah, that's not great. But these are all damaged, which again says that there's something else that's been wrong with the car, or it's been run. It's massively been run, hasn't it, really, because the turbo is damaged as well. Which, that means obviously things have been gone through it, which I'm not surprised, which we'll get onto in a second. But that's all damage. You can see where the piston's been banging against the top of the head as well. You can see the damage all there, took the chunks out. Now, the fun bit. Let's get to this bit. Yeah. So, the moment you've all been waiting for. Cylinder 1, this has shrapnel all in it and a load of sludgy tarry stuff. So again, this is why we think the engine's been run with the issue as well, because of this damage. It shouldn't really be in these pistons, should it? In all honesty, there's no reason for it to be, because there's no cracks or anything in these. Second, exactly the same. Third, exactly the same. Fourth, well, we've got no piston. You can see the top of the rod right here. This is bent. You see the damage to the crank. Now, if I try and get a little bit lower from here, you can see all that scoring on the inside of that bore.
Gets better.
Wait, they've gone that far on this.
They've rebored it to 90mm. Wow, just look at that. So obviously this is where the coolant's going to be coming through, because the coolant sits around here to keep everything nice and cool. But that, step too far on reboring. Now we've managed to regain some focus. This is what we was talking about, obviously the bent rod. Jack's going to spin this round right now. Just while he spins that round, hole in the block.
That's a sub.
Yes, I don't think. There's too many things going on at once. But he's going to spin this round. There is going to be a load of stuff that fall out, because, I mean, we can't get everything out. Because this is literally scrap. Oh. This is hello. So this is still going. This is going to be scrap. This is not going to get used at all. The crank's damaged. Everything's all damaged. But you can see down here, not really much, but you can see some broken piston arms.
I think like what
rods.
Oil squirters snapped.
Oh yes, it has. Yeah. So you have oil squirters sitting here on each cylinder. Down there as well. This one snapped on this end.
Just the nozzle snapped.
This is what keeps the pistons cool and lubricated and all that good stuff as well. So we're already a couple of minutes in. Big hole.
Hello.
We're going to actually show you right now.
Oh my god.
What is that?
It's just stuff I do it.
You can see that in that gap just there. There's something in there.
Everything's still falling.
What actually is that? That's not going to fit. Come on, don't stick to the block. Ah,
I pushed it out.
Okay, never mind. So let's go over here. We've kindly set this out for you. So this is some of the stuff that we've actually taken out. This is part of the sump, the plastic bit that sits in the bottom. This is part of the block. This is the piston rings. This is the gudgeon, the actual clip that holds the gudgeon pin in. There's the gudgeon pin. That's part of the block. These here, there's his piston.
What piece of it? Piston
4, right there. You can see right there where the actual ring should have sat. This is why we think that the engine's been run, because that is some serious damage.
I can fix it.
So that's where the gudgeon pin should sit.
There.
Looking at all this as well, this is more parts of the piston. Now, this bit here is the brass that actually sits around the gudgeon pin. The gudgeon pin, but again, in mangled pieces. And this is unidentified miscellaneous objects. This could be part piston, this could be part block, this could be part rod. This could be anything. However, I'm quite surprised that rod didn't break.
Yeah,
I'm quite surprised. We can even identify. I know, I said that earlier. We can identify which one it is.
I like how it's just broke. Just the number. Oh no, it's missing one.
It's missing one number. But yeah, that's just insane. Like obviously the rod in there, crazy damage, absolutely crazy damage.
Still falling. Wait.
No, I can hear it. Get a wiggle. There we go. So there's still stuff falling out. That is one of the worst ones we've seen so far. Yes, we keep doing these videos, we keep saying that we found the worst one, but again, we're waiting to keep finding the worst one. We keep getting these coming up, and people say, do you get bored of opening these up? No, we don't, because things like this...
This is pretty entertaining for us.
It is. It's not for the customer,
no.
But my God, it's like every single engine is completely different. Sometimes you get some that's just started P4 or piston 1. Sometimes you get things like this to the extreme. But we're going to bring this back to life. There will be an update on this car as well at some point, so make sure you are subscribed for that. Down here, we've got a massive tub of pistons that we're collecting. So, yeah, make sure you like him, make sure you're commenting, make sure you're subscribing for the update on this. And if not, and you are new, go and check out our other videos as well on our other channel for the content. We do a lot of things, so look forward to that. Thank you guys for the support, thank you guys for watching, and things are still dropping in this engine. Peace.